why we had to get these pigs separated now and not wait. So just this year, we started our Kune pig journey where we got 4 Kune pigs. We got 2 younger female pigs and about 2 6-month-old male pigs. And our goal was gonna be our first time ever trying to breed out an animal that's not chickens here on our small farm. And we're very excited for the process. But the hard part is doing that with a bigger animal requires a lot more work. So as you can see right here, they're all starting to get much bigger than when we first had them. I know right now you can see that it doesn't look like they're on grass, but I promise you they have all this stuff right here behind you and they still are on grass. This is just where they hang out most of the time because this is where they get the best view of us, begging us for food. Isn't that right, piggies? One thing that we've realized since owning these pigs, and even our first time owning pigs, this being our second, is that moving pigs is not easy. It might sound easy because they're food motivated, but it's still hard, especially when they start respecting this electric wire. They don't want to go past that line at all, even if you turn it off. And secondly, separating pigs and moving them is even worse. We have tried this multiple times. Sometimes we actually got them separated a couple months ago. Then the little ones would find their way back to the big ones again. And it would be an ongoing process of getting them on one side, the other ones coming back, to where we just said, all right, let's just get all 4 of them back together, put them in a good spot, and try it out again later on. So that brings us to today, where we gotta stop playing around. We gotta start pulling in ideas that are actually going to separate them for good. The electrical wire they do respect, but the little ones don't mind getting that quick shock to go across it. So we gotta get a little bit of a permanent fencing in between, which is gonna involve a little bit of manual labor, so let's start digging.
That's not spelling it over there.
Hold on.
Ow.
That was a great idea.
Honey, you're looking a little brown.
All right, so we got about half of the cattle panel, maybe a little bit more than half of the cattle panel in position for permanent fencing. We left a little opening right here because this is the point of where we need to use feed to get the little pigs to hopefully get over here and the big ones to stay over there. So this is the hard part. We'll take either way, whatever one that we can get on what side. I'd rather get the smaller ones over here because it's a little bit smaller of an area, but we'll take any kind of separation we'll get after all the other past experiences we had. So Chelsea will be in position that as soon as we can get the small pigs, hopefully to throw food over to the big pigs so that both of them have feed and they don't really care about going one way or the other. But right now it looks, at least one of the small ones looks ready to go. All the other 3 just look lazy and they're saying, why aren't you feeding me? Actually, is that a big one?
Yeah.
Nope, one of the big ones is ready to go, so we'll see. It's food time. They should all be standing up as soon as they hear the can. Things never go as you plan. As you guys could see, the pigs were super hesitant to take that step to where the electrical fence used to be. It always takes a lot of time to move pigs, as I was trying to tell you guys earlier. And it doesn't work how you always think. We got the small pigs now in the bigger area, and we got the big pigs in the smaller area. But I told you from the start, we will take however we can get it. This fence is reinforced with T-post, zip ties, into the ground. I put dirt back over on top of that fence, so hopefully that starts to harden up. And we're gonna cross our fingers. Cross our fingers that tomorrow it's still that way. Every time we've ever done this, then I think it was one time that it worked the next day. And then the problem was when I threw food over to the smaller pigs first, the big pigs just ran over our cheap, small, thin fencing. So now I'm hoping with the cattle panel in between and stronger reinforcement and feeding the big pigs first, which will be key. So these guys got to get fed first, that they will stay separated for until we need to mix them again. And that will be the fun mix, because what we're gonna have to do is one big one, which is the males. I keep calling them big and small. One of the male pigs with one of the female pigs. So we're gonna have to somehow swap one female to this side, one male to that side. And to be honest, I don't wanna think about it right now. I just wanna try to take this, hopefully as the win it is. We're gonna put up electrical wire here on this side of the fence here for the male pigs so that they have an electrical fence. And the females have an electrical fence on their side, so we'll have one on each side this way. And then we're gonna call it a night, and then we're gonna come back tomorrow, and I'll be at work, so cross my fingers for Chelsea that these pigs are still looking this way. Might be a bad idea, but for tonight we're just gonna placebo effect this. We're not gonna actually hook up any of our electrical wiring. We have a problem with one of our boxes, and I just want to make sure it's not a battery thing before I go and hook it up and just trust it. So tomorrow we will fix that. So hopefully placebo fence plus physically just kind of enforced in fence keeps them all separated. And everyone, please say some thankful words for us and just in your prayers, because this has been a very hard thing for us to do, and I think we might have did it.
All right, time to go see if our moving worked. I'm almost there, and it looks like they are in the proper places. So our males stayed in this front. Oh my gosh, this willow tree. The males stayed over here, and the females are right back there. I'm impressed. They did it. Good job, guys. You guys ready for breakfast? All right, Tom said to feed the big ones first because they're stronger. So I will go ahead and do that.
All right, yesterday Chelsea came out here this morning, as you guys saw, and the pigs were separated still. And as I come out here, now it's been 48 hours. We have the big guys on that side. We have the little ones on that side. 48 hours, and they have been everywhere they need to be. This is the hard part. We used to throw all the scraps. Now we kind of got to split them 50-50. A little for you guys. And a little for you guys. So 48 hours of the pigs being where they need to be, which is definitely a record since we've been attempting to do this. And it is very nice to now have them separated just like we need. Like we said, we wish we would have been able to switch them around and have males on this side, females on that side, but the fact that they're actually where they need to be and the fact that it seems like everything is holding up, we are just happy to have that. So multiple reasons of why we had to make sure we got this done. And there is different reasons of why that we were even unaware. Obviously, the very first thing is that these female pigs, still being particularly pretty small compared to the male pigs over there, you don't want them mating, and you don't want these pigs to try to have a birth way too early than they're supposed to. They say typically let them get to about 1 year old. So if we were to try to do that, we want to try to get them to around January is what we planned here. So we still have some time. So that means during the winter time, we might try to do a little swap here. Or also we can wait a few more months till it warms up and it's spring again next year. It is a long time away. It is a long time before we'd be able to do it to these guys, but we also want to make sure that we are safe and we're doing everything safely and correctly. How you doing? Kuni pigs, guys. They are so kind and so nice and gentle. If you have kids or you just want pigs that are very nice that you can pet, Kuni pigs, sign up for them right now. Hi, buddy. I know. Hey, you gotta leave me alone. I know. We had a few people tell us that actually own pigs that if we want to breed them out like this, you want to make sure actually you separate the males and females until the time comes, because if you let them live together for too long, they actually kind of start to bond and have like a brother-sister relationship, and they might never end up mating ever. So the reason we have them and the reason we got males and females and have 4 of these pigs is that so we could hopefully have 2 births going on here coming next spring. And we want to make sure that still happens. So that is definitely another reason of why we had to get these pigs separated now and not wait. We're happy to have it done. And like I said, we are going to have our hands full trying to swap a male over here and a female over there. But until that time comes, we'll just worry about it then. Sometimes that's just all you can do. So for our big guys that get to be under the willow tree here, a funny thing actually about the area they're in right now. So we haven't had the pigs on this area probably for about 2 months now. And what's funny is that we used to feed them food scraps, and I think through their poop or stepping on a few seeds, we started having multiple tomato and cucumber plants growing all over here. And some of them actually looked pretty good. Like if you wanted to try to dig them up and plant them in and reseed them or grow them somewhere else, they probably would have done fairly well, which is very good. But now that it's been 48 hours with these pigs here, everything is smashed down into the ground, and they've already actually eaten up a lot of those. So I can't even show you guys now today really anything that's left of that. They have seemed to have found that, and that must have been the prime good food, was those tomatoes and cucumber plants. Well, appreciate you guys as always for watching. We would not be where we're at without you guys. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. And God bless.
That was a great idea.
Got it over.